Hey, if this doesn't look like Southern California to you, that's because I'm up in the mountains. I'm in search of some fall colors. See if I can get some leaves that are turning up here somewhere. It's getting a little bit cold. It is fall in Southern California, whatever that means. I'm on the new gravel bike from Turner. I'll be talking about that. More to come. I'm gonna go enjoy this ride. I'm gonna take you along with me. Let's go. I'm up in Big Bear, California, which is kind of a ski resort destination for us Southern California flatlanders. I think we're at about between 7,000 and 8,000 feet up here. We're going to be doing a gravel loop. That's one of my favorites. It gives a nice sampling of both sides of this road. And I am on the Turner Cyclosis. I'm going to be talking about that, what I've thought of it so far. And I'm with buddy Dennis back there, who is a bicycle artist of some kind. I don't know, but I got to find out what that's about, because we just kind of just met. We're having a good time talking about the old days, riding bikes. Say hi to Dennis. Dennis says hi. And so we are in search of a little bit of color here. And you can see we got a little color showing. Some of the oaks starting to drop their leaves here and there, and you know, there's some aspens up here in places. If we get in the right spot, they should be looking pretty. Anyway, on with the ride. Here we go.
I feel like I've been here before.
Well, one thing you notice, there's no oxygen up here. I don't know where they keep it, but it's not out where I can get it. Hey, you know, a little shout out for you older folks that watch my channel. I know there's a lot of you older cyclists watching me, and I appreciate that. But Dennis and I, we were just talking about how, if you can hear me in the breathing, how important it is to get out and do stuff like this, to keep moving, keep riding your bikes, keep finding new reasons to explore. Bikes are great, riding's great, you gotta keep doing it. My recommendation from Granny Gear. So Big Bear, California really is a mountain bike destination. But good gravel riding too, if you know where to look. And we are looking. This first climb, this paved part, it is steep.
And I don't need any other help than you standing by my side. If only for a while. I'm going through changes, and so are you. I live for the moments when you're around me. I know you've got secrets, but I can't keep them. And we're fading in and out together. The field's wide open, stuck in the moment. The field's wide open, stuck in the moment.
Not bad, huh? I'll take it. We're almost to our turnaround point. We'll grab a snack. That'll be the midpoint of the first loop. You can almost see way out there. There's a lake out there. You probably can't see it with this lens on, but we'll be riding around that, and we'll do another loop out in the gold country where they did a bunch of prospecting. There was mining. This is kind of the green side of the lake, and that side is drier and totally different. So, but just as fun. Let's take a look at Dennis's bike. He's kind of a bike packing guy. He's ridden across more states than I've driven across, it seems like. Check this out. This is his Kona Rove. Isn't that cool? He's got it set up 1x It's got all the braze-ons. He's got some mechanical hydraulic kind of brakes going on there. I think this is a well-used and well-loved bike, which is what they all should be. Go love your bike. Go use it. I'm going to take a snack break, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about this very, very fine Turner Cyclosis that I'm on for the day. Be right back. Okay, my snack is done. Let's talk about the Cyclosis by Turner Bikes that I have been riding today and will be riding for the next 30 miles or so. I'd say this is my first real ride on it, but my impressions so far over the last couple little rides in this one, it is a very, very good handling bike. Now, Turner kind of is in the semi-progressive, shall we say, stage of geometry in that he's added about 10 millimeters of reach over what would be normal. So this large might normally have I think it would say you'd normally have a 58 centimeter top tube. In this case, it's a 59 centimeter top tube. In order to bring that back to fit you, you just run a shorter stem, but that matches really nicely the geometry. You push the front wheel out a little bit with a longer top tube, you bring the handlebars back to you with a shorter stem, and it actually balances out really, really nicely. Now, I'm still using the 90 millimeter stem like I did on my Linsky. I just moved that over. But I always felt a little cramped on my Linsky with the 90. I think that I could have gone with 100, of course. However, I feel that you match the stem to the geometry of the bike, and I thought that 90 just matches a 71 degree head tube with a 46 centimeter or 46 centimeter wide bar. I think that matches really well. I think so. I think you got to tune your stem and your handlebar to where the bike feels right. And to me, that 90 feels really right with this bike. Let's take a look at a couple other things. So now the chainstays are very reasonable. They're not too short, not too long. They're in that sweet spot of 430 millimeters. It's got a nice amount of bottom bracket drop. If I remember right, it's 74 millimeters, but if I'm wrong, I'll put that up. All in all, it has a fairly short seat tube. It's 520 millimeters. So that is maybe as much as an inch shorter than you might see on most bikes this size, which does give you a really nice amount of stick out of seat post. So you got a lot of flex, and I think that's really nice. The mullet's treating me well. That's worked out so far on this steep grades up here in the mountains and at elevation. Yep, so far. Oh, and I added the red shift stem. Can't forget to mention that because that keeps things nice and comfy no matter what I'm riding. All right, we got a whole bunch of riding to do. Got to get to it. Couple things that I noticed right away with the Cyclosis. First is how well it fits me. That's awesome. Secondly, and I already said it, but it is a good handling bike. I keep finding coming into corners and places where I'm a little hesitant, and I realize when I'm done, I could have been going much faster. You know, sometimes if you're out in the woods, if you look around a little bit, you can find some amazing places. I think I found where Winnie the Pooh lives. Right next to Eeyore's house. Pretty cool, huh? I don't know, little things that you find if you're out looking around a little bit. Here's Mr. Owl's house up there in the tree, of course, as you'd expect. I love, just thought I'd share that. Back to the ride. Okay, we're about halfway done with our ride. We're on our second loop now. We just hit the little market here for a little snack and some water. Still loving the Cyclosis, man. I tell you, I am really impressed. Besides the handling, which I just love, and the fit, which is great for me, I've been very impressed with how responsive it is to out of the saddle pedaling. Honestly, I know it's titanium and it has a rep for being noodly. Not this bike. It really scoots. It's very, very, very responsive. Anyway, gotta get going on the second loop. Catch you later. So I'm working my way up this climb somewhat breathlessly. I'm contemplating this second run for me of using 1x mullet. So this bike's a 40 front chainring with a 1052 cassette. Now the last time I tried this on a gravel bike, I liked some of it, I didn't like some of it. I still like 2x. There's a lot of really good reasons for that. But this is so darn simple and really 40-52. Right now at this close to 8,000 foot elevation in this ride, I'm enjoying the 40-52. Let me tell you. So I'm gonna give it another go. I really wanna see if I can make this work. If I can make mullet work for me. Anyway, we're gonna give it a shot. We'll see. Well, you can see by the sign here, we've dropped in the Holcomb Valley. See old Wilbur's grave, poor old Wilbur. So this area back here, there's actually, if you're interested like in old mining history and stuff like that, you can get a self-guided tour in here in your own vehicle. The visitor center down in Big Bear has a little pamphlet, and you probably find it online. You just drive through here and follow the markers. They have a little, there was an old cabin, there was a hanging tree up here. You know, this was the Wild West at one time or another. Feeling a little wild and a little west today. My legs are about torched. I know we've only gone not even 40 miles or 4,000 feet of climbing yet. Maybe, I don't know, I'll look at my computer, but it's paying double. All right, we got to get going. Time's a waste and we're burning daylight. Well, that just about does the dirt part. All we gotta do now is ride across town, get to our car. It's getting colder up here. Whew. We're definitely in the mountains. Well, that's a wrap. I'm looking at 40.2 miles. What was our elevation? 4,077 feet of climbing. I'll take that at elevation. That was a decent day. Two old guys, still getting it done. You know what? Go out, ride your bike. If you're our age, do whatever you can, but just keep riding, keep getting out there. And you know what? Totally enjoyed riding this Turner Cyclosis. More on that coming up as I put more miles on it. All right, Granny Gear out. Go ride your bike.